I discovered Wes Anderson movies relatively late, in 2012, with Moonrise Kingdom. I had never seen anything like it, and I was blown away. It was like the cinematic equivalent of a happy song with sad lyrics.
That's not a safe altitude. Why is it up so high? If someone falls from there, that's a guaranteed death.
Well, where would you have built it?
Lower.
For me, his movies somehow seem to capture those bittersweet feelings I get when I see the world full of so much pain, yet simultaneously full of so much joy and beauty. They're optimistic, but not without acknowledging the wide range of emotions that come from being alive. All of this is couched in a strange sense of artificiality. There is a fakeness about a Wes Anderson movie that reminds me of the fakeness of modern life, where products can look good online but fall apart as soon as they arrive. If all of this is sounding a little bit familiar to you, it's probably because I use a lot of the same language when I talk about puppets. Puppets are a liminal species, existing as a physical, tangible representation of the worlds of imagination. Wes Anderson's movies exist right on the borderline between two worlds. One, an inner world of the soul. This comes out in moments of vulnerability and in lines of dialogue.
Is that Dad's razor?
But it is often at odds with the exterior appearance of fantasy or the fantastic. The happy tune with sad lyrics effect. Some people find this contrast off-putting, but I think puppet fans will love it. Puppets also stand at the intersection of art and technology, a traditional process brought to life by the latest and greatest technical innovations. Outsiders are often unsure about whether to classify puppeteers as technicians or performers, and puppeteers were only welcomed into the Screen Actors Guild around 1960, and even in recent years, there has been confusion about whether or not puppet films and performances are animation or something else, or even if they are eligible for major awards. Plus, puppets themselves live close to the borderlands of the Uncanny Valley, sometimes sliding all the way down into it. The Uncanny Valley is an idea mined from the work of robotics professor Masahiro Mori and psychoanalyst Ernst Jentsch. The hypothesis is that between a fully human face and a totally abstract representation of a human face, there is an uncomfortable middle ground where the mind recognizes what the shape is supposed to be, but knows on some level that it isn't quite right. Although this is pretty creepy and shouldn't be embraced too fully, puppeteers and filmmakers can utilize these feelings of discomfort to help lead us into new alien worlds, to help us understand our own experiences better, to encounter thoughts and feelings that are different from our own, and shine a light on ourselves. Sometimes people tell me that puppetry is creepy, and I used to be offended by this, but to be honest with you, I think it's a good thing. I think being creeped out by puppets, it's like tasting a new food that you've never tried before. When you first try it, you might hate it. But if you take the time to acquire the taste, your palate becomes expanded. In Wes Anderson's latest movie, Asteroid City, the choice of a Roadrunner is very appropriate. Once one of the fastest birds on Earth, the Roadrunner pales in comparison to the speed of automobiles and trains. This is the new world that the Roadrunner finds itself in. It's much, much faster than your average desert creature, but much, much slower than the pace of modernity. The perfect marriage of subject matter and the means of conveyance. Wes Anderson uses all different kinds of techniques to bring his films to life. Stop motion, CGI, elaborate live-action sets in big and small sizes. But I think puppetry is the best choice for a Wes Anderson film. Like his own personal style, puppetry is a whole medium dedicated to existing in liminal spaces. So if you're a puppetry fan, and you've never seen a Wes Anderson movie, or if you're a Wes Anderson fan, and you don't watch many puppet shows, why not give something new a try today?